Welcome back to Waking Up with Kandy, where we share our spiritual awakening journeys and stories and experiences with one another in resonance and remembrance. And if this is the first time we're meeting, my name is Candace. I'm a bright and shiny being like you. And today we have the beautiful Carol Whitehead. She is going to be joining us shortly. I see her here. So we're so excited. Carol is so beautiful. She's hilarious. Okay, seriously, she's really funny. She's fun-loving. She's a tree hugger. She's a truth seeker. She's a joy bringer. She's a magic creator. She's intuitive and big-hearted and fun-loving. And the list goes on and on. And she's so much more. And I truly love her and appreciate her for everything that she's doing for humanity. And yeah, it's beautiful. I have a little kitty here. Ooh, I have a request from Carol, so I'm gonna accept it. I might be moving. He wants to get everywhere. He just woke up, so he's like wild, and he's a kitten. So, anywho, just a FYI on that. Hi, Carol. Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You're good. You're
okay,
perfect.
Good.
Hi, you look so beautiful.
Hi.
Look at that smile. It just glows so much. It does. I'm not even just saying that or anything. It's really true.
Oh,
beautiful. Thanks. I'm so honored to have you join us today and to share your messages and your experiences through your spiritual awakening, through your life. And I'm just so honored to have you. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
I gotta
do it.
Okay.
I
had to get off. I had to get off the internet because it's unstable.
Oh, okay.
And you're not. There's a little circle going around. I can't. You're frozen.
Oh, really?
Oh, now you're unfrozen.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. Now it's good.
Yay! Yeah. Okay, perfect. We're good.
Maybe now you're frozen again.
Oh,
whatever.
No. Oh no.
We'll get it.
Okay. Okay, cool. So should be good. Ask for guidance and support. And Archangel Zachiel helps with technology. Okay. So yes. Okay, perfect. So if you like to, share a little bit about yourself, where you live, where you're from, your age if you like, or just a little quick basics before we get into the real juicy stuff.
Okay. All right. Well, I think on my flyer you put that I was born on 12/12. I've always thought that was like some magical time,
Yes. Yes.
I was born in the 50s, so way before probably a lot of people in this audience. I'm kind of referred to as the godmother.
Ooh.
I was born in Texas. I was raised in Houston. I have, let's see, 5 girls in our family, all 2 years apart. I'm the second to the oldest, and that's a lot.
That's a lot of twos. That's a lot of twos. You're the second to the oldest, and also the twos in the 12/12.
2 years apart.
2 years apart.
And 12/12.
Wow.
2 years apart. Lots of twos, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm all about numbers.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I woke up. I'll tell you later.
Okay, good.
Okay, so let's see. I grew up in a middle-class family, parents who were married until my mother died 15 years ago. And, it was just your typical middle-class family, I guess. Leave It to Beaver, although most people don't know.
Oh, I know.
Leave It to Beaver.
I totally do. Oh my gosh, really? Oh.
Okay, good.
That's very picturesque.
Anyway, yeah, right. Well, everybody always hung out at our house. I don't know if it was all the girls or because my mother was just always cooking or sewing or doing arts and crafts. We always did arts and crafts, and
I love that.
I grew up by a lot of museums. So, like, I took art classes at the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston, that's a pretty big deal now when you think back.
Yeah.
So but back then it was just like, no big deal. I don't know. It was cool. It was cool. Um, so let's see. What else should I tell you? Oh, I know. So I was looking up just recently for
Mhm.
anybody that hasn't looked up the meaning of their name. It's really important. So
Mhm.
I looked up the meaning of Carol, and it's free man and strong,
Ooh.
which which freedom is something I'm all about
Mhm.
in every way for everyone.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes.
We all we all deserve to be free.
Yeah.
Free from anything that is holding us back, free from tyranny, free from, you know,
Oppression, free from,
oppression, being poisoned, being all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, it's our birthright.
So
Mhm.
exactly, exactly. So I didn't go to college. Out of all my sisters, everybody went to college but me, and I just wanted to do my own thing, and so I did.
Mhm.
I've had a lot of different jobs in my life, which has given me tons of experience
Mhm.
in all different kinds of things. I've had a really blessed life. I'm
Ah,
very grateful.
beautiful.
Um, let's see. Anything else you want to know about me right now?
So much,
Because
so
when I
much.
tell you,
But you know,
when I tell you, yeah.
so, well, when you
But
say you didn't go to college, I'm thinking, were you more of a free spirit as you were younger? You know, you kind of like were okay to be different. Did you feel like you were, you know, different or black?
no, I was the black sheep. I
Mm,
never felt like I fit in.
mm,
Um, our Leave It to Beaver family that everybody thought from the outside looked so perfect.
yeah,
And, my parents loved us without a doubt. And they did the best with what they had.
yeah.
They did.
Hmm.
Um, and, when you're a child and things happen, you don't necessarily, you're viewing it from a child's point of view versus an adult's point of view, which if they're trying to teach you something.
Yeah,
And, we take things differently depending on our little short life experience at that time, whatever.
yeah.
And, my dad hated the fact that I cried because I'm a crier.
Mm.
I cry. You can hear it in my voice.
I know.
I get this because I'm passionate about things.
Yeah.
And so it comes out like that. And he would always send me to my room. Go to your room if you're going to cry. Well, that didn't like really send the
Oh,
right
I
message. He
know.
didn't understand
Yeah.
that, I don't think. Um, and just things like that. Like he always told me I was fat, which I never was,
Hmm.
but he was very obsessed with that.
Oh, wow.
And so, uh, you know, I've struggled with that my whole life until recently. I'm really starting to love my body the way it is.
That's beautiful.
Um, yeah,
And
yeah. So,
I think maybe too that goes with that it goes with you accepting that your parents did, they loved you. They did the best that they could with whatever they knew that was the best that they could, even though it was
yeah,
came off as hurtful or misunderstood,
right,
or kind of wish
right.
it was a different way. You would have that acceptance and that kind of that forgiveness. I don't know if you've forgiven them or not.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it sounds like it. So with that,
yeah.
you open up the gateway of healing yourself and seeing yourself and loving yourself and accepting yourself. And that's beautiful. And it's never too late to go on that journey. And it's okay if it takes people a while, or you know it's just it's the journey, it's the experience, and that's why we're here. And for you to come and
Right,
say
right.
and share that you are at that place, and that you're loving your body and you're loving yourself, and you honor your parents as they were, and it's okay, it wasn't personal. That's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. You can
Well,
cry anytime here. You can cry anytime.
Oh, I may. Believe me, I may. It's been an interesting week so far. So, yeah.
Right, right.
Anyway,
So, and then so you felt kind of like out, not outcasted, but
Oh yeah, my whole life. I just felt like I didn't fit in, I didn't belong, like I wasn't even from here.
Yeah.
And I remember as a child thinking, where am I? This is not the way it's supposed to be.
Oh,
People are
wow.
supposed to love each other. People are supposed to, we're supposed to take care of each other and not fight and be against each other and war. And I never understood war. And, like, what does that solve? Can't we just talk? Can't we just work it out?
Mm-hmm.
That makes more sense to me. But
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, it just, but so from an early age, I remember just feeling like I'm not from here. Like, I don't know how I just ended up here. And you look at pictures of me and my sisters, and my skin tone is like totally different than my sisters.
Oh,
I
really?
like look like I stand out like a black sheep, but yeah, so it's kind of funny.
Interesting.
Um, it's just it just yeah, it's all good. Um, yeah, so and when I was in high school, I had an accident and I slipped a disc in my back and I was basically paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, wow.
And so I didn't graduate with my class. I had a homebound teacher that I graduated. And then my dad is like, when I could finally, get around and whatever, he's like, honey, get dressed. You have an interview. Wear a dress. And I was okay. So I went to a career college and got an administrative assistant degree. And so that's how I, landed all these different jobs that I did, just because once you get your foot in the door,
Mm-hmm.
you can, I ended up being a manager of facilities and equipment for a blood center.
Oh, wow.
I was a tenant coordinator in Florida for a building, a lifestyle outdoor mall that we started with just dirt, like, and built the entire thing. So, like, I didn't really have a whole lot of experience in that. I had some, um, but no degree, you know. But you can do whatever you put your mind to.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that.
I believe it too. I believe it tenfold. Definitely. Yes.
And don't tell me that I can't do something, because I will prove you wrong. That is also one of my mottos.
I love that. I love that you're such a fighter. Oh, I love that spirit.
Oh,
And that's why, I
yeah.
mean, that's also a good thing. That's why you're here. You're here as, light warrior for us all. So, I mean, that fighter spirit, which goes with your name, with the strength. I love that. I think that really
Right.
fit really well as well. Um, so if you can tell, like, bring us back to kind of that first, like, awakening moment, or maybe something that triggered you, that you've kind of gone through, whatever you like to share. Um, and
Well, the first thing that happened, when I was 12 years old, on 12/12 at 12 minutes, 12 seconds till 12 o'clock,
oh my gosh.
I was in Jones Hall watching the symphony for a field trip at school.
Mhm.
And I thought that for some reason, I thought I was all powerful at 12 years old, and that if I made a wish at that particular time, that it was going to come true.
You just, in your head, you just believed, like, and just thought that this is it. That is so, I mean, that is, you were on point.
I did. And so
So cool.
my wish was for the Vietnam War to be over. And not too long after that, they started withdrawing. So, it's
That's,
so that was kind of like the beginning of, but then I was like, oh yeah, maybe that wasn't really true. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because I mean, when you're 12, even though in my heart, like my heart knew it,
yeah.
but then society and everybody else was saying whatever. I kept it a secret for a long time.
Oh, really?
Um,
Because of the
yeah,
self-doubt that came in, and your
yeah,
fear of
yeah,
how it
yeah,
would
for
be
sure.
perceived. Oh, wow.
Yep,
I acknowledge
yeah.
that. I think,
Like, who does she think she is?
right, right. Yeah, but you know what? Like, yeah. I mean, I believe that. I believe that power and that magic that created, that you manifested. Oh, that's amazing. That's so beautiful. That's really cool. And then you did eventually tell people, right?
Oh yeah,
And then
yeah,
you just, didn't care about what was the outcome or what they thought. You're at a place
right.
already. Hmm.
They just all thought I was crazy.
Wow.
Like, you don't have that power. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't have that power.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow. But what did you like? Really, you at first were like, "Oh my gosh, I really did it," and then that doubt came in, and then what happened?
yeah.
What was that process after? Did you kind of took a while to get your that confidence and how powerful you really actually are back?
Oh yeah, yeah. Because then, it was like I felt it in my soul, but when
Hmm.
society is telling you, and the energies back then were totally different.
Oh,
That was the 60s.
yeah, it's very dense, very
Um,
dense.
yeah, yeah, very. Um, so, and then I just kind of, I don't know, just thought I had like magical powers and I could just do that. But not that I was just gonna do, good when I could, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I would do like little things like that throughout my life,
Ooh.
to try to help people or whatever, but never told them.
So just kind of like well wishes, things like that.
Yeah, just lots of praying for people, doing my own little um, like sacred ceremonies that I would do
Yeah.
just to help people when I thought they needed help, but never told because why tell anybody? Because then they're just going to say, yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your intentions are
Right.
good. Your
Right.
intentions
They were
are
always
good.
good. I was always, wanting to help people.
Yeah.
That's been
Wow.
my whole life. So
Wow. Okay, so
anyway.
your spirituality, you've been so spiritual, at a young
Oh yes,
age.
yes, 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 yes. I mean, my parents took us to church all the time, and I was sexually assaulted at church, which was not
Wow.
the best. Um, and and I never understood, like, okay, everybody get dressed up, go to church, and
Hmm.
then act a certain way, and then you leave and you act a different way.
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to act that way all the time?
Yeah.
It kind of didn't go together, religion. And then I realized, oh, religion and spirituality are two different things. Um, and so,
Yeah.
yeah. So then but I've always had that in my heart, always.
Yeah. Wow.
Um, so then the, I guess my quote unquote awakening was about 2019. My godson was coming to visit me,
Hmm.
and he he was the son of my best friend who I lost in 2016,
Hmm.
and her birthday's 10/10, and my first husband's birthday was 4/4, and
Wow.
we got married on 11/1, and just
It
numbers, numbers,
it
numbers.
is.
I've
You're not
always been about
kidding.
numbers,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
and so I kept seeing 10/10 everywhere when he was coming to visit me. And I thought, oh, this is Kate just telling me she's happy, that he's coming to visit me.
Hmm.
And then I got a little download. Perhaps you should look up what 10/10 means.
Mm.
And then I discovered what angel numbers are. And then I started going and just researching,
Down the
diving
rabbit
deeper.
hole.
What does this mean? Down the rabbit hole. What does this mean? What does this mean? So then I hired a mentor that I worked with for about a year, a wonderful woman that, like, we went through what are your core values? She taught me how to lead a meditation.
Mm.
She taught me, like, about the chakras. She taught me all kinds of, just different things
Hmm.
to
Build your,
get me on my path to, yeah,
yeah,
build my confidence and, all that kind of stuff.
yeah, provide you with the
And
tools and
right.
yeah.
And she provided me with a giant toolbox. Oh, and meditating. I had never meditated before. I had tried, but but I never understood it, quote unquote. It's like
Yeah.
I think people get really intimidated by the word meditate. Um, and they think you have to do it a certain way and this and that.
Mhm.
You can do it while you're walking. You can do it while you're drawing or painting or, whatever it
Dancing.
is.
Yeah. Moving.
Dancing, anything.
Yeah.
As long as you're connecting, you don't have your monkey mind running the show. When you're just connected to source,
Mhm.
to me, you're meditating.
Mhm. I agree.
Um,
And it is really
so,
intimidating to people, and then they just don't do it because they're like, I don't
right,
know how, I
right,
don't want to do it wrong. Oh, but
right,
yeah,
right.
just like you said, if you could just quiet that monkey mind as much as you can. I mean, sometimes, I mean, the monkey mind. Yes, that's the key.
Right,
Um,
right.
yeah, it's crazy.
But I think like for me, because that's the beauty of this is that you get to make it your own. This
Mm-hmm.
whole process, you learn, okay, this is the way this person does it, they do it, and you take what works for what works for you, each little piece, and you make it your own.
Yeah.
Um, and it's trial and error.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I have to do deep breathing first
Mm-hmm.
before I even think about meditating. That's because that quiets my mind,
Yeah.
you know. Um,
And you
that's just a technique I use. So,
Yeah, and
yeah.
it definitely it can work for somebody else as well. I also do deep breathing before. It really helps to center me and to quiet the mind and just it's good to focus on the breathing for me as well. But yeah, see what resonates with you. I think that's really key and really important. Um, yeah,
Yeah.
so I like that. And
So, go ahead.
okay, so go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, Roger, you're right. Not the car, though. Don't meditate in the car.
He said, yes,
I was reading on this comment.
yes, meditation. I do almost everywhere. Not in the car though. Yeah,
Not in the car.
I know. Sometimes I'm like watching YouTube and they have a meditation going. I'm like, oh, I really want to do it, but I'll just listen instead and really focus. But yeah, that's
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? For me, in the car is a really kind of meditative space for me. I mean, I know it kind of sounds like dangerous, but there's just my mind just goes in a different place, and I get a lot of downloads while I drive as well. So yeah,
I do when I'm driving long distances. Not
yeah.
when I'm driving in traffic in Houston, but yeah, when I drive to Austin, it's 2.5 hours of just
Mm.
beautiful straight drive that I quit turning on the radio.
Oh.
I just drive in silence, and you get so much from that.
Uh,
Or I do,
uh-huh.
you know.
I
So,
love that. What other things, what other tips or tools or tricks do you do, um, that maybe somebody who's kind of, yeah, in that state of like, I don't know how to meditate. I don't want to do it wrong. I don't know what to do. Kind of keep it simple, the breathing, you mentioned that. Um, Turning off
right.
the radio is really good too. Any additional things that you kind of can, I guess, recommend or?
Well, YouTube is a plethora of
Mm,
information, and you can tell by the energy if it's going to work for you the
yeah.
minute you turn it on, whether you connect with someone's voice or their tone or whatever.
Hmm.
And play around with it. If you don't like something, don't do it. Find something else. Just you have to. It's the one thing that I discovered in my whole awakening journey was just I kind of used myself as an experiment. Like, okay, I'm going to try this and see how this works, and I'm going to try this. And it kind of took the pressure off. I don't want to do this wrong
Right.
because, of course, that is going to set you up to be, I mean, that just blocks you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it did me, because I tried that in the beginning, that didn't work. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just change it into, let's just do this as an experiment. We'll just experiment with this and whatever. And, just all the different, there's so many different things that you can do that we've been lied to our whole lives about how much power we
Mm-hmm.
have, how, our body can completely heal itself.
Mm-hmm.
I had, when I was 20, I had emergency surgery and they told me I could never have kids. And when I was 30, I had a son. And so, and my body regenerated itself. My dad, his heart, he had a natural bypass. His body just needed a bypass, and so his body took care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my mother, when she was diagnosed with cancer, they gave her a year to live, and she lived for 20 more years. And this was in the 80s when they didn't hardly know, they didn't
Wow.
know near what they know now. And so, yeah, our bodies are amazing. They're
Mm-hmm.
absolutely amazing.
I
So,
agree. I agree.
and there's so many things that you can do, like, I have some staples, like the energy routine that Donna Eden does.
Mm-hmm.
She's on YouTube. There's, energy, everything is energy, frequency, and vibration. Everything. And you can feel it. You can tell if you walk in a room and, somebody's mad, upset, pissed off, whatever. You can feel it, or I can feel it. I would think most people can, but some I think more than others.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but so I do an energy routine. I do tapping. I do, you know,
Tapping's
just
good.
anything to make myself feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And those are all free. You can just,
Yeah.
and being in nature is my number one thing,
Yeah.
as you can tell from my
I
page.
know. I was
I'm
gonna say.
always, I'm always out in nature.
I love it. It's so grounding, and we're
Mm,
so connected to the earth and to nature, and um yeah, just getting out there, it really changes your whole um feeling, your vibration, just everything.
your
So
perspective.
yeah.
I walk out the door and it's like, I'm free. I feel free outside
Yeah.
completely.
Ooh, that's a
Yeah.
good affirmation. As you go
Yeah.
outside, like, I feel free. I'm free. I'm, you know. Anywho. um
And affirmations rock. You know, I I I got sober in 2012, right under. Okay, so on my 12/12 birthday when I was 12, I made that wish. On my 12/12/12 birthday, it was 12/12/2012.
uh-huh.
I was drunk, crying my eyes out, and praying all day long. That's all I did. I was in so much pain, and I just kept praying for help.
Mm.
And I got a miracle about a week later, and I've been sober since 2012, 12/20/2012. um,
Beautiful.
right in time for the solstice of 2012. It's just, it's really interesting how all these things have just aligned in my life.
It's all to
Yeah.
show you.
So,
Mhm.
what?
It's all to show you, to help you remember who you are,
Yes.
and just
Yes. Yes.
see, just like one of the descriptions of you, that you see the beauty in all things. And I think your life really, really is such an indicator of that.
Oh, it is. It is. It has been tough, so tough, but it has been. I mean, I chose this for myself, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I believe that we chose
Hmm.
everything.
Hmm.
I still haven't gotten that click. Like lately, I'll be laying in bed and it's like I can hear clicking going in my head, like things are starting to fall into place, but it's like subconsciously, like it's not really totally conscious yet. It's it's happening.
Yes.
And life is a spiral. It's a spiral. We just keep going around and around and keep, learning more things and
Hmm.
digging deeper and yeah.
Hmm.
So
And that's all you can.
life is
It is. It is. And I'm so glad. I'm so happy that you have that perspective. It is tough. Sometimes people can't see through their darkness. and to see the light. So
Right.
it
Right.
it takes a lot of bravery and courage to get past it, get through it, and look back and see the lessons and see the beauty, all that you went through, and to see where you are now and to truly be in gratitude for it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And there's no, another thing is going to sleep. Sometimes just going to sleep
Hmm.
will change a lot of things. Like when you go to bed at night and you're crying or something's wrong or whatever, and then you wake up and you can have like a whole different attitude about things.
Yeah.
Just sleep on it. If you're ever in a place where you're going to give up, just sleep on it.
Yeah.
Call a friend. Do anything.
I like
But
that.
don't give up.
I love that. I love that because it also sometimes we could be too quick to react to, on
Hmm.
our emotions, or a situation. So I think that it's really important just to, yeah, maybe take a nap, take a pause, think about it, let it sink in. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Right.
Is there any protections that you practice in your um daily routine or anything?
Daily, sometimes hourly.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you share
yeah,
that?
every morning I do cleanse, clear, and protect with Palladium Portal.
Ooh.
She's on YouTube, and I also call in Archangel Michael, and then there's a I don't know if it's a mantra. That's what you would call it, because the laws of the universe. There are laws of the universe, and if anybody is just waking up and kind of learning, that's a really good place to start, is to learn the laws of the universe. And the laws of the universe,
I love this.
they say all kinds of things. Yeah, there's so many of them, though. Trying to. I was telling my dad that they should teach this in school. They should. This is important for kids to know.
I
They would
agree.
the new kids that are coming up, they'll already know. But,
Yep.
anyway, so
What does your dad say? Sorry, what does your dad say? How is he on all of this? Because you do talk to him about it, and where is his
hmm,
perspective?
I haven't really told my family a lot of this.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so they'll know when they see it, I guess. I
Yeah.
mean, my dad, I tell him all kinds of things, and I've done some energy healing on him, and make suggestions to him all the time, and he's like, I know you're right, but then he won't do it, you know. Um, so whatever,
But it's
it's all
okay.
right.
You're the nudge. You're
It's
there
okay.
to be the example. You do what you do. And when people are ready and really ready,
When
they'll do it.
then they'll say something, but all I can do is share the information, and it's take it or leave it, and I can't take it personally, and I can't, me trying to force somebody to do something is, I've tried that.
Yeah.
Because when I first woke up, I was so excited about so many things. Did you know this? Did you know that? And people are like, what is wrong with you? And I basically have no friends anymore because, they're all like, yeah, you're a little over the top, but it's all right.
That's okay. That's
Because I
okay.
know what my heart tells me. I know what my knowingness tells me.
Hmm.
And I'm, yeah, I'm sticking with that.
I love that. No, I can really relate. I was like that too. I was so excited telling everybody, talking about things, and this was back in 2013, and they're like, "What? Chemtrails?" They didn't know like what was a chemtrail? Like, what are you talking about? And so yeah, I just like stopped talking about it. I just stopped because and then
Hmm.
what's really beautiful is I stopped talking about it outwardly, so then I started to just have an inner dialogue, and that got me closer to
Oh,
myself, my inner self, my higher self. And so that was, that was the blessing in that. But I hear you for sure. I
right,
hear you.
right.
It's the journey. It's the journey that we're
Well,
on.
exactly, exactly. And I always because I never fit in, I kind of always wanted to fit in, and then because I didn't, the conditioning and the programming and everything else, and people pleaser, all those
Yeah.
traits that you pick up, you
Mhm.
just do from,
Programming.
survival. I
Yeah.
mean, it's programming and what you do to survive.
Mhm.
You learn coping mechanisms, and they're right. They may not be the best, but
So true.
it is what it is. And so, yeah, I quit talking about things, quit doing, like, okay, now I'm not going to share anything. So I hear you on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, since 2020 happened, what did you think as, everything started happening in 2020? Did you kind of put it together immediately, like this is it? Or okay, walk us through that. I'd love to hear it.
In the very beginning, I was like, what the hell is this? What are they doing? This cannot be true. They cannot be doing this. Like, they're going to shut down the world? Really? That doesn't even make sense.
Hmm.
And so then I really started waking up to even more stuff, like uh, the Cabal, just watch Out of Shadows, watch
Yeah.
The Fall of the Cabal. There's, so many things out there um, that will, I mean, it's going to be really shocking for a lot of people. When
Hmm.
we've known things for so long,
Hmm.
it's kind of like, okay, now we're over that and we're just ready to get into the good stuff, right?
Right.
Um,
And you forget.
and
Yeah.
I forget that people, that it's shocking. But when I was a little girl and we used to go to drive-in movies because that's pretty much all we could do. Um, and I could swear they had smell-o-vision and those little things that you put in the car window because it was like this, like it was drawing you to the concession stand, and they probably did. Um, who knows what they had,
I know.
back then.
I mean, especially
Um,
especially in the 50s and 60s when they really, I mean, they were starting to experiment earlier, but really, I think a lot of the experiments were during that time. Started
oh yeah,
really
yeah,
big time.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anywho, and then so third during the 2020, and then did you start to feel like shifts within yourself, like spiritually? Did some of your gifts come more online, like your spiritual gifts? Did you maybe start your own company or do more of healings, or maybe you studied more healings?
Well, I've just been still studying, studying, studying. Now I think I've studied enough. I did an energy course, and then I realized really how powerful we are
Hmm.
and the things that you can do. Um, and I took a chakra practitioner healing course, and I'm looking at using all that knowledge along with nature photography, trying to marry it all together. And it may just be that it turns into 3 different companies. Who knows what I'm going to do? I'm not sure yet because it's just recently, I've just given myself permission, I guess, to shine my light. I've been shining it like quietly in the corner. And yeah, I'm tired of being in the corner.
Yes, get out front. Get out front. We're on the, what is
So
it called? The front line, right? You're on the front
the front
line.
lines, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Why
definitely.
we're here.
Exactly.
We're the ones we've been waiting for, so we gotta light it up.
I know. I
Light
know.
it up.
It's so true. And but that's beautiful. You have such a different, you have your own perspective, your own healing modalities, and you can definitely just offer up your light, offer up yourself, and some healing within nature. I'm thinking, I don't know. Anyways, I love it. I just think you're such a bright light. You really are, and you have so much to share in such a loving way. You're a truth seeker, definitely, and you're not
Yeah.
afraid of that. And being that warrior of strength as you are, and you have such softness also. So that is a powerhouse, definitely. I'm I'm excited for
Thanks, Candy.
yes. No, really, really. And are you doing any of these things like are you offering them right now currently or just
Actively, no,
actively?
not right now. For the last about 4 years, I've been taking care of a
Mhm.
96-year-old woman who, man, we had the best time, and she was in a wheelchair and had dementia and hearing problems and problems with her eyes, and none of that mattered. We just had the best time. And during COVID,
Mhm.
in 2020, she was diagnosed with COVID.
Uh-huh.
And so I was with her for 8 days, and I had her outside with her feet in the grass and in the sunshine, and, vitamins, and feeding her, the healthiest food I could feed her. And she made it through.
Beautiful.
Sadly, she left this planet 2 days ago. Um,
I'm sorry
I
for your
miss her.
loss.
But yeah, we had a good time. We had a good time. I'm very grateful for that experience. Very grateful.
It sounds like
So,
you taught each other a lot.
yes, I learned so much from her. So much from her. And one thing that because my dad's 97, and I've worked with older people a lot in different capacities, and I always ask him, so what is your why? Like, what gets you up every morning to keep you going, whatever. And her motto, I guess, was she didn't want to miss anything. She goes, I don't want to miss anything, which is like such a great sentiment to life. Like, we're given this life, we should live it
Yeah.
to the best of our abilities and there's so much out there. Um, there's a lot of heavy, dark stuff going on, but
Mhm.
there's also so much beauty and so much we have to do this to evolve. And we're alive for the evolution of humanity. How exciting is that?
I know. I know. I seriously, I know we talked about it. Like, I cannot get over it either. I'm just
I
like,
know.
this is really happening. Like, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, it's really happening.
I know. And we're here
Like,
for it. Yeah.
yeah, pretty
Amazing.
cool.
It's really cool. It's really cool. I know. And, I love when I find people who resonate with that same sentiment, or they know that truth and knowing like me, and then we can like gush about it, because sometimes it's kind of hard to be so excited about the times right now when there are people really um all they see is the darkness right now. um
Right, right.
and I don't want to be insensitive. Most definitely, always good
Exactly.
intentions.
Right,
But
right, right.
yeah.
But I don't know about you. I just have a knowingness. I have known this for as long as I can remember. I knew something was going to be happening. I figured in my lifetime. I didn't know what, but I just knew that everything was going to be okay. And I just have that knowingness in my heart that, there are going to be things that happen. There's going to be floods, and there's going to be fires. I mean, we're experiencing earthquakes, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
And people are going to leave, but it's all a part of the process,
Hmm.
you know?
Yeah, I
So,
agree. And so you always had this knowingness. You always had this knowingness.
mhm,
That's amazing.
always.
That's so
And
beautiful.
that kind of keeps me going too. Yeah.
I love that. I love that because it's a remembrance, right? To prepare of the preparedness as well of this time, so you're
Right.
not scared or thinking in that fear state, because and you've known for so long what really the truth is in your heart.
Right.
And that's so
Right. Yeah.
beautiful. And
Yeah.
so, is there, since you have gone through recovery, and is there any advice or just anything you can kind of say to those that are really stuck or really seeing the darkness around them more so, and it's really difficult to even see that light within them. Do you have any advice, or that are kind of struggling with just waking up and, going through that sadness?
Well, just know that you're not alone. We're not alone. Nobody is ever alone. And reach out to somebody. There's so many people like you, like me. DM me if you want to chat.
Yeah.
I'm happy to chat with anyone at any time.
She's so fun. Do
Um,
it, do it, do it.
yeah.
Yes.
um, let's see, what did I write? Oh, and that, I wrote three things down: that you're not alone, that you're loved unconditionally, and if you're waking up now, you're one of the chosen ones. So we need you. We need your light. We need your help. Find somebody that you resonate with. There's lots of people I see on this chat that have a lot of light to shine, that are shining their light too. So,
Yes.
it's so different now because there's a lot of help out there, and just, if you're afraid, just reach out.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. I think that's great advice. Great advice. It is different now because there are so many people waking up. There's so many you know, things on YouTube. It's so abundant, I feel, in my perspective, since the years, definitely. So there's so many people
Right.
to reach out to and to just talk to. And of course, if you are afraid of like being judged or anything like that, of course we're human. Those things go in our minds, and so we don't want to say anything because we feel like, I should know this maybe or whatever. No, no, no. We're in this together.
No. Exactly.
We're all
Yeah.
learning.
No judgment.
Yeah, and come.
I learn every day.
Me too.
Sorry.
No, yes,
Yeah.
no, yes. It's your floor. But reach out to Carol, reach out to me. I mean, there's love that we share together.
Absolutely.
I know you wrote some things down, so I hope we got to everything. And is there anything you want to bring up? I know.
No, I think that one of my favorite, another mantra that I have is presence, reverence, and gratitude. Because gratitude is the accelerator for everything. And when you live in gratitude, then you have more things to be grateful for because the universe just provides it. Just provides and provides and provides.
It will match that frequency of gratitude that you're emanating.
Exactly.
Most definitely. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Actually, I do have a question. I don't know. You said you work a lot with older people, and do you know if there's a purpose or a reason for that, or it just happened to fall into your life? I mean, I know that there's a purpose to that, and it's so much beauty and light that you share together. But
I love old people. Like I'm not one.
You're not. You're so funny.
I've just always found seniors fascinating. They have so many great stories, and they've lived through things that we didn't live through, and you can learn so much from them. Just like you can learn so much from kids.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I've just always enjoyed being around seniors.
I love that. I agree. I definitely agree. I think there's so much value. There's so much value. And just like you said, you're learning every day from anybody, from everybody.
That's what I try to learn something, at least one new thing every day. If you can learn one new thing, like even if it's learning to brush your teeth with your left hand, which will set off, different parts of your brain, because it's not easy if you're not used to doing things like that. Just switch it up. Have fun. We're here to have fun.
Yes.
And
laugh. and laugh.
And laugh. Laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah. What was the other thing? Joy and laughter are the great healers for human beings because those are great healers.
Hmm. Yeah, I was gonna say you really have a motto of just laughing and just finding the humor in things, and yeah, for not to take so seriously, you know.
You can get bogged down in that pretty easy,
Right, right, right,
especially now.
right.
Yeah.
And we don't want to live there. You don't want to live in that place. You feel like
Because that will make you. Go ahead.
no, go, go, go.
Oh, I was just going to say living in fear just makes you sick.
Mm-hmm.
It physically will make you sick.
Yeah, yeah. And why it lowers your vibration,
Yeah.
and
And it's no fun to be in fear.
yeah.
It is just in your whole body tenses up like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Because we do it to ourselves. Fear is a liar. I think I posted that
You
today.
did, you did. I know. I'm gonna repost it. I was like, oop, screenshot. No, it's true. It is really true. And it's tough. Hang in there. If anybody's stuck in that fear place, just hang in there. We're all together. And
Talk it out. Talk it out. Talk it out.
yeah, definitely. Okay, well, how can people find you and chit chat? I put your handle on Instagram here, ladybug.59. And
That's it. That'll do it.
okay,
I'm not on Facebook anymore. I got off of Facebook.
that's good. Do you feel better?
Oh, yes. I mean, I did that months ago. I still haven't deleted my account. I just haven't been on in months and months and
Mm,
months. It doesn't feel good when I go on there. My body starts tensing up and it's like, oh, that didn't feel good. I better leave.
yeah, just
Your
like
body will tell you. If you pay attention, your body will tell you what's good for you and what isn't, right?
in all ways. I mean, if you're breaking
All
out, your body's telling you something. If
right.
something part of your body is hurting, your body's telling you something. If you're feeling off the energy vibe, your body's trying to tell you something. Our bodies are amazing. They just give us messages
Okay.
all the time. Yeah.
All the time.
It's so beautiful. Yeah. Just like you said, you feel the energy. And I think as we awaken more and tune in and align more, we have our awareness is just like emanated, and we're able to really feel
Mm,
the energies more so. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
it's
Definitely.
very cool.
Yes. Well, our time is almost up, and oh, I could just chat with you forever.
I
I
know.
want to know more about your dear friend that passed away as well. So we'll talk in the DMs. I would love to hear her stories. You know what I really love is that she was 94, you said, right?
96.
96. And
Yeah.
she was just learning and wanting to learn and just wanted everything out of life and teaching others at that age. I mean,
Right. Right.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
and okay, any last
I think, no, it's just the older generation, it's like they just want to throw them away, like they don't have any value, which is so wrong. I don't believe that, everyone has value, every single person on this planet.
I agree. Carol, you know what's up? No, it's really true. It's really true. Even if you don't agree with somebody, you don't align exactly with their perspective, there's to me, there's something you can learn from them. There's value with
Yeah.
everybody, definitely. Everybody there's value.
Everybody, everybody, everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's beautiful that we're together, and I'm so happy that you're here and that you're sharing your truth and your messages and your love with everybody and for humanity.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I
Yes.
love humanity.
You're so cute. Oh my gosh, seriously. Your smile is just so infectious, and it's just so bright. It really is. It's like really feels so much just from your smile. Like really, truly, truly. So I love your energy so much. And
Thanks. I love yours. Thank you for having me. Thank you, everybody that's been here. I appreciate you.
thank you, everybody.
It's been
And
awesome.
go and DM Carol, have a little chit chat. And
Yes, I'd love to chat with you. That would be awesome. Just message me.
you're so cute. Okay, well, I hope you have a beautiful
Okay.
night. And so
Thanks, you too.
thank you so much. Love and blessings your way.
Thank you, thank you. Same to you.
Thank you,
We'll be
Carol.
in touch.
Definitely in the DMs.
Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you,
All right.
everybody. Bye,
Bye.
Carol. Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Thank you.
Oh, bye.
Bye.